Okay, we should be live. Oh, we still have an ad for about 10 seconds. Oh no, what will we ever do? It probably won't be a full 4-hour stream tonight, because I'm a little tired, but we are going to make some more progress. Hope everyone is doing all right, though. Nothing untoward happening this evening, I take it. Either way, I drink that, put that in my belt. That's going to go down. We got the stick. I actually had forgotten how far in we were. So let's see if I can remember my controls. Currently, we do have Summon Defiler set up. I don't think we're going to mess with that too much. We could, but I think I'd rather have Goat out of what we have access to, at least. So I'm going to swap it back to Goat. Just a warm body to fight enemies and to keep them away from us. So we've got to go get ourselves the head of the staff. We've got to go finish. Basically, the goal today is finish Act 2. Anything else we get is gravy on top. So I want to get through with this character through normal. I want to get through probably... Are we on Players 8? Yeah, we are. Okay. I want to get through Act 2 with this one for sure. If we can get through Act 3, I'd like to, but I don't know if we have enough time to do that. Because I'm going to need to take my old man nap before the Final Fantasy V stream today. I didn't get much grinding done, sadly. I got some, but not a ton. Why am I going back for the Superior Crystal Sword? It's not going to be 4-socket Alzorath. Man, this is despite the kind of like weird slow cast, it's actually a fairly effective spell. I do hope that there is a way to speed up that animation, but I don't think there is. It's going to be one of those that just kind of drags a little bit. But for the most part, I think this is going to be a fairly chill run until probably Act 4. And then we might still have plenty of resources, because we'll have Apocalypse probably in Act 4 if we keep it on Players 8. And it lowers enemy fire resist as well. So I don't know if it counts as a Sunder minus or if it is just a flat minus. It's probably just a flat minus. But it looks like a radius of 13 yards is going to be bigger around than this is wide. It's gonna be reasonably sized. So that is going to be something we will be keeping an eye out for. See how well that works. I don't know. We might actually just stick with the Flame Wave, because Flame Wave is pretty dang strong. Especially considering we haven't put any points into it. We've only been putting points into its synergies. So what we could do is max out Ring of Fire and then wait and get Apocalypse leveled up. So it would just be like, okay, this is still base level at 8.5 mana and doing reasonable amounts of damage for the end game. Now, as far as what mercenary we're going to go with, I have no idea yet. Probably, this one's probably going to either be an Act 1 or an Act 2. Because we'll want an Insight later on. We'll want the usuals. We'll want the usual caster stuff. So like Holy Freeze, then drop in Insight and stuff like that. We might do a Infinity, but I don't think we'll be doing that on this part of the playthrough. That'd be more like if I was doing testing for like an endgame build, which I'm not terribly interested in doing right now. I'm more interested in just playing the build. Solo Self-Found has pretty much always been more fun to me. Just toss those in there. Don't worry, we'll be putting them in the chest soon enough, or selling them in the case of the Charm in the Ring. But yeah, we don't really have much in the way of mana problems or anything like that either. So where is our exit? That's all we're looking for right now. I have a feeling it's not on this wall. Oh yeah, it's the stairs up on this wall, because that was Not a zone boundary wall. Grab that. Wonder how far that travels. I'm gonna fire straight to the right. It should go, yeah, it goes completely off screen, so it's a decent range. Now, I could still be using the Nova. The Nova is good. It does actually nuke everything. It just costs a lot more mana. So I'm not gonna like really focus in on it too much. I should probably also double check that I've actually set the stream to public. I forgot to do that before the stream. The Fire Tower versus Fire Wave. I think we win. I am going to go check that real quick, though. I'll let him punch that while I am doing this. Probably won't kill it while I'm in here, but yeah, it is set to public. Groovy. We don't care about that. So, I don't think we're going to run into too many challenges before Act 4. We might run into like, oh no, we have a super fast enemy or some crap like that. That might be irritating, but I don't think we have any just general enemies that are going to be tough to deal with. I do think that the Balrogs are going to be a bit of a pain in the ass. Yeah, I just had to double check that the stream was public on the YouTubes. I couldn't remember if I had said it public or unlisted. Because I've been trying to make it so I only have one visible at a time. So that's kind of what I was just making sure that it was set to. I couldn't remember if I had left it on BG2 or not. Which, yes, we will be doing BG2 this weekend. I don't know if I'm going to do every day with the Diablo 2. We'll see. Because it really did wear me out last week. We might just beat Final Fantasy V and then substitute those streams with this for just a little while. Probably not too long because, yeah, I can stream this for ages because it's something that I don't have to look anything up for. I should probably summon you just to have a little friend. There you go. Good job. I want him relatively far away when I'm using this because I think this damage increases the further away they are. So. But how's it going, Adam? Doing all right this fine morning, evening? It is. It's 11 p.m. here. So. Not exactly early. It will be soon, though. Now, do I think that I will be doing a guide on this? Probably not. If I do, it will probably just be like a one-off. Here is a review of the class and what kind of worked for me and what didn't. Rather than a full-on, here's 27 builds for this. Because I think that I could probably do it if I sat down and just tested them out and did like all my due diligence on it. I can see at least 1, 2, 3, 4 builds that would be interesting to mess with, and then we have some of the possible esoteric stuff as we dig into the mechanics. Those I don't know about yet because we haven't dug into all the mechanics. There could be some interesting stuff there that I just have not noticed, or that are going to be odd parts of the mechanics. There is our lovely there. And yeah, we didn't even get a level in there. Ew. Ew, gross.
How disappointing.
We take that stuff out. We send you in. Hi, Atma. Thank you for the discount. Don't need to be identifying anything. I am going to sell the gear budge, which is that and that. I'm not going to sell the healing potion just yet. We're probably going to need it eventually. And we'll make ourselves the staff. What's funny is it actually probably looks pretty dang cool. And zoom on in. Yeah, that looks pretty cool like this. I like that one. But we're not going to get that look. I figured it would, but keep wanting to mouse wheel out to zoom out, but that's my control there. Okay, so next up is Arcane Sanctuary. Should be relatively easy to do as well because we have straight line attacks. There is going to be the issue of having to get through the various gaps and stuff like that. When if we go down like the teleporter route, it's going to suck just a little bit, but we should still be fine. Unfortunately, no, we cannot actually cast our fire spells through walls. But we can still get a decent amount of XP. Because right now, players 8, easy enough for us to just farm whatever we want. I don't think that's going to last forever. Not with fire, at least. There is a reason fire is exceptionally good in normal and kind of falls off if you don't have sunders. They did change the sunders. I haven't done all the due diligence to research that, though. I know that they are now like flawed sunders, and then you can craft them into like good sunders. I don't know if they're going to be exceptional, but I think it involves dealing with the Ubers or something. The new Ubers, not the old ones. We're talking the Ancients. Yeah, I'm going to come in here and nuke those guys. Yeah, there was a boss in there, I think. That or I have a Frost Nova on you. I have a Frost Nova on him. That would be what it is. I do find it still kind of disturbing that we are one-shotting things. I forget to check, do we get larger width on that one with level up? It doesn't look like it. So we are going to go... I'm going to grab Engorge because we're going to need to go down to Bind Demon. I do think Bind Demon is going to be kind of in the same vein as Golems for Necromancers. It might even be higher importance. So I think that might get integrated into a few builds that otherwise wouldn't have summons. Obviously, we could just go direct damage. Things like the Bone Necro that uses... I'm going to go ahead and just take you out. But yeah, the Bone Necro that uses bone walls and stuff like that instead of summons, or traditional summons at least, is not an odd thing. But I do think that this will probably be... I don't know if we're going to go fishy, which would be kind of things like Death, Sigil, and Apocalypse, and just skip all the summons, or whether just the fact of being able to get like a Bind Demon with Conviction on it is going to be enough. That is a distinct possibility. We could just bind a demon with Conviction, and then we'd be able to have Conviction and Insight at the same time. I do want to see. That does not go across gaps, so it is Nova time. There we go.
I need a key.
But yeah, if you have any ideas for builds besides like the base 4 that I'm looking at, definitely recommend them. Because I haven't been watching people's videos on it or anything, so I don't know what other ideas are floating around out there. I just know what I am messing with.
Not enough mana. Not enough mana.
Which is basically whatever looks fun on the day. I am going to probably do Miasma next. And then we'll do the floaty weapons last. And then we'll decide which one we actually want to go through Hell and Nightmare with. It'll probably end up being Miasma or floaty weapons. If I had to take a wild guess which one's going to be the pick for that. Depends on whether you want to cast her or not. Summoner seems like it's going to be a good option, but it's not going to be the best. Because unfortunately, a lot of action RPGs do not have a love for summons. I will go ahead and take those because I think we've burned through... Yeah, we've burned through most of them. Should I have gone top left first? Probably. Am I going to? Probably not. We'll just end up going either clockwise or counterclockwise. It does not matter. Come on. And this also, oddly enough, feels like a class that would do okay in terms of doing controller play. Because a lot of the stuff, we're not actually having to do much in the way of aiming. I will drink you. That'll fill us part of the way up. Let's see. Don't mean to be doing that one. I want to go there, drop that in. Take that out because we're going to sell them. We'll keep the stuff we want to put in our stash in there. But yeah, I've been up a good chunk of the day today, so sorry if I'm a little bit fatigued. Just how it rolls. Whenever you're just trying to juggle two. Did we get it first try again? I'm 90%. Yeah, we got it first try again. I thought I saw that down there. We got it first try twice in a row. We're not going to do that again. I'm going to go ahead and drink that and toss you over there. That way you distract the ice bastard. Because most of the rest of the guys here, not a threat. We just need that to tank for us. And come up here and Nova! Ta-da! Easy enough. Their Goatman versus my Goatman. I think their Goatman might win. We have not invested any points into that. 14 life is actually not that terrible. I'm going to save our better mana potions for a while. For whenever we start dealing with, you know, real enemies. Amulet-wise, replenish life and fire resist. Yeah, I think that might be worth getting rid of the... And our thing here is Spiral. 5% Magic Find, though. We already have replenish life on both of those. Do we really need more? I'm going to take the 5% Magic Find. That's what I'm going to do. But yeah, it's a spiral symbol. Do we have anything else that we care about here? No. Okay, back to the flame. I think, if I remember correctly, spiral is on the right. I want to say it is at the top. I don't remember for sure, though. Of course, that might also just be the lack of sleep getting to me. I will drop players down to one whenever we go after freaking Duriel. I don't feel like sitting down there for 3.5 hours. That does not sound like a fun time to me. Yeah, it is the top corner one. See, my memory's only so bad. Am I going to pass out? Not while streaming. I did pass out after D&D the other night. We were sitting there talking after session, and I literally was like, man, my eyes are burning, so I'm going to let them rest a little bit. And I fell asleep in my chair. So, judge me. I am an old man. Oh, he has Holy Freeze. That would actually not be a bad one to get. Too bad they can't spawn with thorns. But we can get some pretty gnarly combos of skills going on with the conversions of enemies. I'm still unsure how I feel about that. I'm not entirely sure it's actually 11% or whatever it said it was. And they've said at high levels you actually can unlock additional abilities for the characters that you control, so that is interesting. So So I might have to see how much a high level bind demon does. Like what kind of skills it adds, if any, and how useful they are.
I can't carry anymore.
Oh, we can't carry anymore. Oh yeah, because we have a crap ton of unidentified garbage. Okay, I will go ahead and toss you in then. And we'll take the poison resist. And we'll drink the potion. Puts the potion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again. Not bad. Greater mana potion, go there. Yeah, we're just looking for the way down. I was expecting this to take a little bit longer. We've literally been streaming for like 20 minutes. Yoink. Really am surprised that doesn't one-shot those guys. And yes, we do have revival guys down here, so I do have to be a little bit cautious about that because they're going to just revive nonsense constantly. Yoink. Okay, let's grab the greater mana potion. We will swap out one of the garbage mana potions. I do like that our mercenary is just, I'm fine with this, we're good. He's at 23. He might get past the 25 threshold. The 25 threshold is whenever he's less likely to get stuck behind because of the level gaps. Okay, spell-wise, we have that. We don't want any of those. Yeah, I think it's back to Ring of Fire. Burning Ring of Fire. Burn, doom, 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 doom. Oh, Johnny Cast was the name we were supposed to give this one. Ah. Man, we all forgot it whenever we were naming this guy. There were a few of us in here, too. Okay, so identify you. Half freeze duration. Do we actually have... No, we only have 2 amulets and 2 rings. We cannot convert any of these to things that are useful. Sucks. Bong. What? There we go. I forgot to click. Okay, take that. And I'll restock my scrolls in town next time we go there. I'll try to remember to. Someone wants to remind me, that'd be awesome. Refresh that. Refresh that. There we go. That was more vitality. Okay, so we're going to slow him down and flame wave him. I forgot to put it on players 1. No! Well, our mercenary is going to die, unfortunately. I mean, we're still doing decent damage to him. Probably actually bother doing that and that. I might just go curse. Just keep him at bay with that. Although, this guy slows him down enough. That gets us 2 sprays out. Goodbye. Another ring. We got a clasped orb. Those are both going to be relatively useless. Giant sword is relatively useless. This could be good. It is not. That's just going to get sold. That's just going to get sold. I care about any of those? Not really. They'll just pay for my revival of dude. Actually, I didn't mean to do that, but that works fine. How's our health potion situation? Atrocious. Not that big of a deal, though. Let's take eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which one's gonna give us mo? I think the mace probably will if I'm gonna guess my luck on it. Why is that showing the red square? There you go. Who's fighting me? I thank you, mortal. Blah, 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 blah.
Terror and destruction will not elude me forever. Good evening.
Terror and destruction will not elude me forever. You sure?
Yes.
231, identify items. 794, totally not worth it. As far as our options for weapons, we still want to get to 27 for the Ort's Soul. That would be actually kind of a good goal for the day as well. And we toss you there. Not worth it, not worth it, not worth it, not worth it, not worth it. That's actually not a bad amulet. It's not perfect, but better than what we are using right now. I am going to keep the Act 2 Mercenary, because Act 2 Mercenary should be pretty much good through the rest of normal. Not that we're really relying on any of their skills.
Greetings.
You find it kind of interesting we do flip open our book to run. It seems like that would be the last time you'd want an open book in your hand. I'm reading here. I'm reading and running.
Greetings.
Reading, running, man. Take a look. Open a book. Reading, running. Nope. That's a negatory, Ghost Rider.
Greetings.
Hello, Hrotley. Will you repair my shit? Thank you. Do I have anything that I want from you? Actually, what do you have on your armor? Absolute bupkis. You know what? I will get you something slightly better. Frost Nova. He's gonna have poor man's Holy Freeze.
Put that to good use.
Just two freezing Nova things. So 5% there, 5% there. So very, 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 very slim chance of Holy Freeze effect-ish thing. Also, the other reason I'm tired today is I actually recorded 3 videos today? Or was it 4? Too many. Recorded too many. Not set foot in glorious Kudos and ages. You're not gonna set foot in it either. We're gonna kill you. Die, Deckard Cain. May the demons consume you. I require to bind you, you old demon. He's probably into that. As bad as driving a car at the same time and talking on the phone? Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. I have tried reading while walking on a freaking treadmill, and that doesn't work for me either. I can oddly enough type while on a treadmill. Funnily enough, I have a little desk on my treadmill that lets me put my laptop there. I could type while doing that. Can't read. So what I'm usually doing is just typing as I go, and then I proofread it later. Hey, there's our jade figurine.
Fools fawn over less. I'm sure someone in that backwater.
We'll grab them greater mana potions there, don't you know? Gosh golly gee willikers, they're just so beautiful. They keep our mana full, and they don't make us worry about any of this here garbage. Yeah, I'm not doing a whole stream in that, but I think it would be hilarious, too, for, like, a redeem or something. Don't you think I'm from Michigan, eh? Slowly slip into Canada. I have a very hard time maintaining accents. That's one reason why if I ever do any kind of voice acting, chances are I'm going to do something a little bit extreme. Something that has me actually changing my voice in a more substantial manner, so I either have to go with the accent or just start slipping into weird stuff. It's probably offending about 130 different people. Not sure if it'll offend 140, though. Okay, those get out of my way. One golden bird's ash hole is the same as another. Let's see. The golden bird of Huile. I'm sad that they removed that one. It's still in the game. It's just not playable by him. He has, I believe, like 3 lines that were cut. But I could be misremembering. Yeah, I think we've already missed the spider's den. I think it's actually a down and across. So let's go check that. Sadly need to. I hate going through here because it interrupts our casting pretty much nonstop. There's another greater mana potion, so we will nyomp and nyomp. We surprisingly don't even actually have to cast our spell at this point. Our minion it does most of the work anyway. Combat Shrine. A shrine we will never use. Oh, well, it doesn't actually have a junction. I was expecting this to have an off branch for the pattern. Not like a guaranteed one, but a high chance of one. It just ended up not. It was disappointing. A little bit of a Jamaican Scotland. Got the haggis, brah. That is no. Well, I'm getting canceled tomorrow. Hopefully everyone enjoyed this. Go ahead and drink that so we can get the greater health potion. Yum. Yum. Yeah, don't use the phone while driving. It's okay to have like a dash cam or something like that, or it's set up as a dash cam. Not anything else, though. One thing I saw recently was I don't know if there's truth behind it, but there was this lady who supposedly got pulled over for, having her phone in her right hand. Then she shows a picture of herself, and she doesn't have a right hand. She is an amputee. I don't know if it's just like a meme haha thing or if it's actually true, but if it's actually true, that is hilarious, and kind of I could see a few of the cops that I have known over the years doing that. For those of you that are curious, yes, I have known a few cops over the years. Never in a bad light, funnily enough. I've never been on the receiving end of their bad actions. I've had one pull... I take that back. I have had one pull me over because the person that I was transporting was a person of color. And they pulled me over and were just fishing for something to get me on, but... that's just whatever. That is fucked up, but as far as what I'm talking about is literally making shit up. You could tell he was fishing because he actually walked around and like looked at my inspection sticker and stuff like that before he even talked to me. Whereas with this one, he was literally accusing her of something that was impossible for her to do. What's kind of extra funny about my situation is I think it was like 2 nights later. I did get pulled over again, but it's because I had a tail light out. So the guy in broad daylight knew something. He didn't know he knew. Also, I'm extremely fatigued, so half my memories are just gone. What do we have left as far as enemies go? Pretty much Pretty much the only thing in this act that is even going to be semi-threatening might be the council. Mainly because they have the Hydras. Hydras could be a problem. I don't think they're gonna be. And honestly, if they do become a problem, all I have to do... summon this. Oh look, I all of a sudden have a crap ton more fire resist. Whatever will I do? I'm sad this doesn't count as fire, because it's literally a fire summon. But... you know what? Let's go ahead and keep him for a while. Let's get ourselves the point. Oh, man. Do not ask me any important questions until tomorrow. Just putting that one out there. As I will not be certain to remember. Okay, we should have the waypoint here. I'm hoping for a marsh skip again. Do we get one? Yeah. Wow, we got dead end. We didn't even get waypoint. You bastards. Wait a minute. What am I seeing right there? Yeah, there is a military pick in the woods, I think. Oh, no, it's... what? It's so weird. We can, like, get it to glitch show up there for just a split second. That's interesting. But yeah, I was hoping for the waypoint so we could actually get back to town, turn in the Golden Bird of Guile, and then be on our way. He is a very stereotype accent, by the way. I'm not sure that would fly today, but you never know. I keep shooting at our own guys. Downside of summoning demons. Can't tell if you're different from the others or not. I notice you got the brown farts around you. You got the rootin' tootins in your scootins. We're gonna hit level 30 before the end of Act 3? Probably not. We'll probably hit it, I would have to say... probably mid-Act 4, unless we drop the player count down. There's what we're looking for. Do we get a skip? Probably not, judging by the layout of the map. Because our skip would be on the side or on the north. So. I've got a statue for you, friend.
Well,
now we go over here and we get ourselves 20 more life. I find his scaling intriguing as far as life and stuff like that goes, by the way. He feels very much like he's got scaling more in line with a martial character.
what can I do for you?
From the ashes of Quile, I've given you 20 extra life. Yeah, his mana growth is...
Good to see you.
We'll just go here. Boink, 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 boink. We haven't gotten a replacement Neff yet. It's kind of sad. I need to transfer over runes, unfortunately. This could... Oh, we might. This might be the Great March, too, though. Nope, it's the Flare Jungle. We did get a skip again. And I think we might have gotten a skip right into whatchamacallit, the village. Which is a good skip, because that means we can go get the... go ahead and drink that. But yeah, that's a good skip, because that means it'll get us access to the dungeons. Yeah, there's Flayer Dungeon. Hello. I'm gonna get the Gidbin while I'm here. We might lose our demon, but it's fine either way. Where are you at? Now I need to just find the Gidbin on the ground. I don't know where he's hiding. Did he not actually spawn when we clicked on it? Why is this one so buggy? My guys. Where did you spawn at? I have to kill every single Flayer in this infernal dungeon, this infernal jungle, to find you. We'll complete this mission. Yeah, it looks like he just didn't spawn. It's so weird. Did you spawn back here? Nope. I guess we just can't complete the Gidbin on this run. He just didn't spawn. Oh, never mind. I clicked on the shrine. Man, that is how awake I am. Give me Gidbin guy. Hey, Ratman. Thank you.
What a relic. Almost might know what purpose it could serve.
Grab that. Not going to invest in the actual demons just yet. Okay, down we go into the favorite dungeon of all. Woo! Everyone loves this dungeon. Don't you love this dungeon? It's probably right up there with Maggot Lair for me. Maggot Lair just sucks the butt cheeks. I heard another gem drop. There's a jewel. I thought I heard another gem drop. Was it back here? Nope. Was it up here? Nope. More adventures with the Pylock? Indeed. How's it going, Hollow? Welcome to Diablo. Unfortunately, we are not a sniper, nor are we elite, but we are in the depths of hell. Oh no, he tried to murder me. No. Should probably be picking up the rejuvenation potions because I was doing that before to get up to 99. Doing good evening and good morning to you, good sir. Good some waking hour for someone at this point in time. That someone is not me. I am the Fugue State Warlock. Okay, so we're going to have to switch over to this. That is significant damage. It's just the costs like 1,000,000 mana. Is definitely better at clearing things whenever we can't walk everywhere. So have you played much Diablo 2 before, Hollow? Just out of curiosity. Can't remember if you had mentioned how much you played. I think you did mention that you played a bit, but never beat it until like later on or something like that, if I remember correctly. Or you kept restarting characters. Fear me in my half awake memory. Might just be remembering somebody else, unfortunately. Keep hearing skeletons as well, but I think that is the traps triggering. Into level 2. We have one more level to go. They only beat Diablo 2 a handful of times, yeah. It's a good game. I enjoy playing it. I play it more for catharsis these days than necessarily tryharding. I think that bothers some people, sadly. I've never understood why. Like, oh, has to be the best build ever. Why don't you use this skill? Because I find this other one more fun, even though it's less efficient. I am not a tryhard, usually. I will swear my way through problems, but I don't think I'm a tryhard these days. I need a health potion to drop. We are low on health potions. Lots of hardcore and self-imposed challenge runs. You despise the idea of following a meta. I mean, in Diablo 2, you don't have to follow a meta to win either. Only time that you really need to min-max in this game is if you are doing PvP, and the PvP itself is just jank as fuck. I know that's going to offend some people who really love Diablo 2 PvP, but you have to admit, this game was not designed for PvP. It wasn't even designed for trading. But that's what we got in the end, and they ended up balancing for it at least. Because most of the mechanics involving those things were generally added kind of like at the end, as opposed to designed as being integral components. Okay, so we got to do the lap. And I swear if there were more enemies on this floor, it wouldn't be so boring. I'll take the flawed amethyst and dodge the trap. The place we want to go is bottom left. That's the wrong one. Where's my door? There's my door. Because, yeah, this, I think, opens up there. Yep, and there's our fire immune. Unholy hell was that noise. Die, Witch Doctor Ndugu. And there's our healing potion. Lovely. As far as belts, we'll go grab that. Mana potion. I don't think we have anything else in there. Tryhard peoples have no real friends. I mean, plenty of tryhard people have friends. It may be a joke, but
Never.
I have been a competitive player in games, and you still have friends, but you tend to have your friend circle tends to be really focused in on that same kind of thing. Yeah, like-minded flocks. And the minute you stop being part of the mother flockers, they tend to ignore you. Okay. Grab that. Give him the gosh darn knife.
This way. Yes.
Start selling him crap. 12% magic find and some poison resist. I think what we have is going to do us better, but 12% magic find wouldn't be bad. Okay, that gets sold. That goes in. All that gets sold. I don't think we need anything else from him. We are currently at level 26. I don't think we're hitting 30 tonight, but we'll get close. Now we're starting to fill out the gems. We will eventually just have too many to really care about if I play this on stream enough. Let's go ahead and get rid of you. Keys there, and that looks much nicer. Pause it into there. We got 300k in there. We got 37k there. We're solid. We are solid. We might actually get Act 3 today. We're making good time. I was expecting it to be a lot more tedious for this act, because usually it is for me. But game has been kind. It's been just like, okay, I'll be nice to you this evening. Get you some levels, let you have a goat man. And just let you continue on your way unharassed. Just kind of a nice feeling. Usually games like trolling me. Especially the games that I've been playing lately. Although, the incremental games I've been playing haven't been too bad. A number of the roguelites have been like, okay, we're going to give you the most useless modifier that you can get, the most useless selection. Gonna have you burn all of your rerolls early trying to get something that isn't complete ass. And then we're going to give you all the same stuff again next time. Now, the question is, do I bother getting the waypoint here? I don't think so. I don't think we bother going down any of the side paths. I think we just nuke everything, get as many levels as we can on our way to Crest. Because that's going to be a much easier waypoint to find. Last time it was right by the freaking front door. So that's how easy it can be to find. I don't think it's going to be right by the front door this time. If it is, that's going to be very uncanny. I'm going to have to go check if I have seed on. I don't think I do. I'm pretty sure I didn't. I do have the free respec turned on, though. Ball of fire. We still have 3 more levels to go into that. And we aren't going to get it before we get Armageddon. Or, sorry, Apocalypse. Armageddon's true. And I do find it interesting. I'm not sure how many people actually have acknowledged this. Warlock, 100% just a bunch of references. This and this are both Diablo 1 spells. None of those are... none of those are, but yeah, there's like references to other things in these as well that are from like Diablo 1 and other action RPGs and stuff like that. I don't know if Apocalypse is going to it's not going to function like the classic Apocalypse, I can tell you that right now. But Flame Wave is pretty similar to classic Flame Wave. The difference is that one had a lot more of a just straight line. This one has more of a concave. Or is that convex? Whatever freaking one it is. Vex, Dave, Johnson. I don't know if life gives you lemons. I'm not going into the Cave Johnson speech. Thought I heard a jewel just then, but I think I was wrong. I do want to make a flame wave for the TTRPG, though. Who's the voice actor for the Warlock? I actually don't know. There is a contest they're running in relation to the voice of the Warlock. I don't remember the conditions for it. I'm not competing for it. I do more silly voices than serious. The end of the world as the Warlock knows it, and I feel fine. But yeah, there are unique voice lines for it, at least. Sadly, there are not unique voice lines for the other characters to interact with this, but you have to realize most of those voice actors have nothing to do with Blizzard these days. If they're even still alive. You realize how old this game is and how old people were whenever they got it. They would have to at least be my age, and there are people my age dropping dead, so... Always unnerves me whenever I hear the news of, like, some celebrity that's in their 50s dying, because, like, I am almost there, my guy. Please don't do this to me. And I am not in the best health either, so... Okay, let's go ahead, and I'm going to dump those in there, because we're going to keep them. Identify the small charm. It's going to get sold. Yeah, we'll probably do at least 2 hours tonight. I'm thinking 2 hours is going to be like my minimum. I don't think we're going to hit 4. You try not to worry about the inevitability of it all. That is a good plan. Generally speaking, and this is going to sound very, very, very morbid, but my philosophy on it is, you know what? When I die, it's not going to fucking matter to me anymore. I'm not going to be there to suffer the consequences of it. So when it does happen, it may be a really shitty transition, but hey, I'm going to find out what's after somehow. If it's nothing, fine. If it's nothing, it doesn't matter. If it's something, I did the best I could with what information I was given. Yeah. If I could design my own afterlife, I would totally have it be one of those where we're all just actually just one soul. And each person's existence is just a different perspective of that. But that's if I were to invent it. It's not a specific religion. It does share traits with certain philosophies and stuff like that. I can say philosophy while I'm... But... Yeah, I am a firm believer that if there is an afterlife, it is an afterlife focused around learning and reincarnation. I don't think it's just, well, this is this forever. That just makes zero fucking sense on if there actually is an afterlife. Because that just seems so pointless. To be like, oh, you got one try, you fuck it up, that's the end. Hell forever for you. What? That makes zero sense. Damnation for all eternity because you chose poorly? Exactly. Because you chose the wrong name from a hat. You were born in the wrong place. Turns out the real God is a religion that hasn't existed for 3,000 years. And you have never heard of it. I mean, that would be the luck of a lot of people. Because there's thousands of religions now. Stop and think about how many there were before now. Prehistoric religions. Even if you just limit it to like historic religions, like ones that are at or after the written history, you still have a ton to choose from. Oh, I thought it was going to be easy finding the waypoint. Apparently, I am just... I've probably walked past it. But yeah, my view is I did the best I could. Please let it be... If there is an afterlife, let it be lesson-based. As opposed to just fuck you or praise be. because neither of those seem. Yeah, make the right decision. All of a sudden, you're there for all of eternity in the blessed land. That would be boring as shit too. If it was the first religion ever created by humankind, we would all be screwed. Yep. The overwhelming majority of humanity would be straight up fucked. Because if memory serves, I would need to fact check this. But if memory serves, aren't there more people alive now than have died as far as Homo sapiens go? I could be misremembering. But there is some weird stat, like, because population boom population boom since the industrial age and agricultural revolution and all that kind of stuff. We were not a very dense population for a very, 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 very long time. It was only with the agricultural revolutions and stuff like that and the industrial revolution that we really started to see things that could even get close to the billions. Big cities were like tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands. Now, whenever we're talking big cities, we're talking what would have been an entire continent's worth of people before. There are more people alive than those who have ever lived, but simultaneously, the amount of potential people who could have existed is a mind-bogglingly massive number. Yes. I mean, really, at least from what I can tell by how people behave, I greatly doubt most people can even conceptualize the idea of 8 billion people, much less the other people that have lived. I have trouble conceptualizing 8 billion people. I've sat there and tried to think about it. Just the idea of like $8 billion people struggle with. And that's something they can actually attribute some like physical values to. Like this is what? Say $8 billion would be how many McDoubles? It would still be, I want to say 4. No, they're like 3 something, so it'd be closer to like 1 point something billion. $8.3 billion at the moment. Ignore the M, that was a typo. I will not ignore M. Fun fact, one of my characters in D&D's name is M, but it's spelled E-M-M. All of my Weshelkind go with 3-letter names. I don't know why. It's just something I decided fit them. I know that's a very weird kind of quirk, but that is how I name every single one of them now. They may have longer or original names. I can speak today. They may have larger original names, but they all go by 3-letter names. Pin, M. But yeah. Very, very short names. Where is our way down? Who needs Flame Wave down here? I've got Fire Nova. Okay, I'm going to start identifying stuff while they're doing things. That goes in there, that goes in there. I need to drop off stuff. We need to find the heart. I still hate that it's not the mind down here. It shouldn't piss me off so much, but it will forever. It is a missed opportunity for an excellent pun. It makes me sad. Because it should be mined in the gutter. Or in this case, mined in the sewer. But it's not. You don't like one name for characters codex in video games? Why not? Do they bother you? Nothing there. I mean, it could be over here, but I don't think that can actually spawn a branch off. Yeah, it can't. I'm thinking this one might be in the middle. Because we've got a weird formation here. I'm thinking it's going to be just up here. Okay, go this way. Oh, this is not it. Well, damn. That is disappointing. At least we don't have mummies at the moment down here. Mummies would be annoying because they'd be bringing these zombie bastards back. So let's go this way. This is going to be an annoying sewer, I can tell you right now. Let's see. This game, it hates me right now. The game hates me. Arr, she blows. Ta-da! We have just enough room for the heart. Provided we don't find anything else down here, we should be okay. I will take the Scroll of Adontifa. And back to town we go. Goodbye, sea worms in the sewers. May your tentacles ever be twisted. Okay, go here. Bong 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 bong. Bump bump. That into there. None of these be good. Oh, you don't like the family members? I'm not sure what you're talking about, though. You don't like it whenever they're linked and stuff like that, or their last names? I'm gonna handle the wells. Oh, we got another small charm. Nice. Is it any good? It is. It's okay. It's not good. It's okay. Yeah, my processor's running on megahertz, not gigahertz at the moment. If you're wondering where my brain is. Okay, so we've got Lam Essam's tome to get, which should be here. We're just looking for the correct facing of tomb. which should be not too hard to find on the map, because it's always the same one. I want to get the waypoint before we go in there. It's that one right there. And we get the waypoint right away. Yay. Yippee-ki-yay. Oh, man. That reminds me, for some reason, I don't know why it reminds me of it, but I think it would be very weird to do, because have you ever heard of Johnny the VTuber? He does a little voice, and he's like a little guy. I can't do a good impersonation of it. I think it'd be funny to do that. Ta-da! Another level up. And I will take that. But yeah, if I did a character like that, I'd probably either do like a mad scientist or something like that. Our tainted is almost done being tainted. Well, that is a lot of absolute nothing. And there's Lamessums. Essence, sorry. I keep calling it Lamessums. Ooh. I'm adjusting how I'm sitting. Wake myself up a little bit. Ha ha. Oh. Oh. Someone's probably listening on Bluetooth and being like, what the fuck is that? Ugh. Just like totally ruin someone's night. Fall asleep to the stream and you end up with like just the weirdest fucking nightmares. And yes, I do know plenty of people fall asleep to streams. I am people. I am 100% people. I have ridden so many raids through naps. Especially here lately. I think I need to get more sun, funnily enough. I think I'm actually vitamin D deficient. A vitamin D deficiency. It's coming into play. Thankfully, I'm pale as crap, so I'm very quick to absorb it, but... D or D3. Just the sunlight one. It's helps absorb calcium and stuff like that, and also keeps you... If you have a vitamin D deficiency, you tend to get drowsy. That very well might be one of my problems. I might need to go outside more. You don't, because Twitch is one of those tabs that won't make your monitors shut off? See, I have a laptop next to my bed, but it won't go to sleep, but I have it set so it won't go to sleep normally anyway. Because I'm not too concerned about it. I'm also a person who, due to working nights and stuff like that for so long, can fall asleep in almost any lighting condition. Because I found it very, very hard to wake up when it was dark. So I just kind of got in the habit of just having lights on. Which I know drives people crazy. I can sleep just fine in the dark too, but... I only do that whenever I'm not anticipating having to wake up while it's dark out. You just have an iPhone. We need a U phone. Or why don't we start like a Y phone? You need darkness? Hello, darkness, my old friend. Yeah, generally, I don't even notice if the light is on for the most part whenever I'm sleeping. I worked night shifts that long. What level are we? We're level 28. Think we got... Yeah, we did get the waypoint. We went in there for it. Let's go and grab some of our quest stuff done. Bloop. I'm also kind of afraid to turn the light off in here. Simply because I don't think it'll turn back on.
So,
And changing the light bulb or the fan would be an ordeal.
interesting.
In order to sleep, your sleep schedule is erratic at best, so if it's during the day, you have a blindfold to help. Ah. That probably would have been the right move for me. But the cheap ass that I am. Yeah, I probably should be sleeping in the dark because I have noticed that whenever I am sleeping healthily, I still sleep only about 6 hours. Lately, I've been sleeping about 4 at a time, so I've been having to just do split sleep, which isn't as good for you as one would hope. Come this way, fool! Come on, Torque. I want him to come down after me. Probably shouldn't be doing this on players 8, but to each their own. Oh, there's still one alive down there. I will deal with you in a moment. Hello. Were they that awful? Not really.
I might step inside.
Are we going to lose anything by breaking this? I don't think so. No, we're not. Boom. That just always looks so silly. This guy attacking with a flail just looks wrong. That is a liar jewel. Ah. I saw a ruby and I was like, this is way too early to be getting that. And it's the wrong ruby. I don't know why they went with 2 ruby named ones. The ruby jewel that is good is enhanced damage. Down we go. Umar Shrine. Umamatsu? No, that is no. We're not horsing around here. And I probably won't play Umamatsu simply because of the DRM. It's pretty invasive DRM on it, which is just... It's not worth it to me, but I did consider it for a bit. Because it actually, hate to say it, it looks like a fun game to kind of like plan your way through. I would be absolutely horrible at it because I'm horrible at that type of game, but because it's kind of like a mix of social game and I need more healing potions. You just use rune words. Oh yeah, speaking of rune words, nice call out there. We have something. That's another +1 all skills.
Yes.
And I forgot I had it. We now have Lore and Leaf. I don't know how many of those we're going to be using on the Martial playthrough. This is very much a Gish class, though. Ow. I just realized Flame Wave, oddly enough, helps us against these guys because we launch it, then we can run away before it's finished forming. It'll kill them after we've already moved away. My character's level 28. If we hit 30, we'll get to see what our final fire skill is going to be like. I have a feeling it's going to be much better for shooting around corners than this one. There's the important thing. That's our waypoint. I'll let you guys take care of that. Thank you. Put that down. Grab this. Toss it over there. We need keys. So I'll keep an eye out for them. I mean, we don't need keys. Keys can sometimes get us some, like, nice gear. Generally speaking, as far as navigating this thing, turn left from the waypoint, and yeah, there it is. And stick to the outside, because it won't spawn in the middle most of the time. You can have a bit of a little hook that can spawn it in the middle, but it's super, super rare. And I think I've only seen it like once. Lore is 27. Leaf is 19, and Stealth is 17. I could go get the Rhyme, and I think we are high enough level for that one as well. That might kill my mercenary, but I don't particularly care. It didn't kill him. He's fine. Just a little crispy. Little electrocuted. It's okay. Nothing wrong here.
It's locked.
It's locked. Your face is locked. You're locked of war. I don't think Locke is actually lurking right now. Otherwise, that would be hilarious. Let me kill this guy real quick and I'll read what you said. This guy can actually be a bit of a pain in the ass. You know what rune words are, if they are good. I know I have like a window somewhere that has the new rune words. I don't have the stuff for them because most of them are higher level rune words. The only really low level thing they added was a set. Everything else is high level, so we're probably not going to see that until Nightmare or Hell. The easiest one to make would be the Warlock armor, and it's fine. I haven't gone through them with a fine-tooth comb to see if any of them have any kind of gimmicks we could exploit. But it wouldn't surprise me if there's one or two. There is one that gives you Town Portal. One level of Town Portal. Cast it, please. Thank you. Oh, we're gonna lose our mercenary. Don't even care. If he dies, he dies. It's not the end of the world. I did notice that they haven't given me any kind of really good AoE thing that I can use to skirt across the... That was my bad aim. Go ahead and bait him into that spot. Got him. We got Clegs. Oh, we don't want that Codex. That Codex is ass.
Would destroy hatred in all its forms.
Daggers can actually get something we want to see. We'll take that. We already have the set, Chris, by the way. Hey, Affit, how's it going? You have to wonder about the properties of your fire that it allows you to damage a demon with it. Devils and demons are not in this world. They're not fireproof. They do actually tend to have higher than normal fire resist, though. Fire is... A lot of people confuse and think that fire is the most immune thing. You're actually the most resisted, and then whenever you have a boss that has... Whenever you run into a boss that has fire enchanted, they tend to be just complete bastards about it. But how are you doing, Affit? Gonna be a relatively short one tonight, just because I am a foggy bastard. There's Clegs. This can go away. Most of that can just go into our gem bag. Trying the new work. Oh, Feel Strange saying new content about a 30-year-old game. Yeah. Yeah, we're basically, we're only going to be doing this class. And did I just sell something really good? That was 20 grand. No, it's just got Echoing Strike. That's not good. But so far, it's been a pretty decent class. Not my fave. Not my least fave. And I just realized I am streaming to the wrong stream. I'm streaming to the Baldur's Gate stream over on YouTube. Balls. Okay, so I will... I just looked over and it's like, Baldur's Gate 2, wait a minute. I'll just change the other one to be tomorrow. And I'll just adjust this one. Alright, I'm adjusting things real quick. It's going to take me a minute to do this. I have to copy all the crap over from one to the other. Doot and a doot. Actually, no. I'm going to just leave that alone. I guess I'll adjust it after the stream. We're purely a Twitch side right now. I didn't catch what... Oh, the Echoing Strike? That is a skill we're not using on this character. It's throwing your weapon, essentially. Creates an echo of your melee weapon that pierces through enemies. I will be messing with it eventually, but not right this second. It's probably going to be our next run. Oh, you meant the new class? It is... If you know Diablo 2, it's basically... Necro... You know how the Druid is basically Necro, Paladin, and Sorceress? This one is Necro, assassin, and sorceress. So we have our magic tree, which is going to be fire and magic damage with some kind of like pseudo curses. And then we have our martial tree, which is kind of assassin oriented with, again, some pseudo curses. And then we have the summon tree, which is very necro style, but demons. And we can actually bind a demon to our control, which is an interesting and seems to be relatively broken if you are a min-maxer kind of skill. Because our summoner has freaking Lister the Tormentor ensnared. I don't think we can bind Diablo, but we are actually legitimately able to bind Lister the Tormentor. Which is about what you'd think it is. As far as balance. This is why this act was going to be a pain in the ass. Okay, we're going to go Vitalita. This is our 29, so we're going to get another A Ring of Fire. I'm going to bump it down to players 1 for this act. We're not getting 30 today. Oh yeah, I didn't talk to Ashira. I was like, wait a minute, why is that quest not done? We did that. But yeah, it's because we haven't talked to Ashira yet. Yeah, everything here is going to be fire resistant, so I'm just going to... Players want it. That way we're not necessarily one-shotting things, but we're not going to do that. The Warlock is a class combination, makes you want to play Grim Dawn again. Grim Dawn is a good action RPG. I do think the items have a bit in the way of annoying fluff to them. A lot of like the damage conversion, multiplication, yada yada stuff is a little bit too cluttery for me, but the overall game is really good. I love going through the campaign. The map is just the right balance of procedural and not procedural. They are working, I think, or they might have released an expansion for it again recently. I forget if it's been released or if they're going to release it relatively soon. But it's on the way. And I forget which, because the one before this was the one that gave the shield guy. Oh, we have Gloams. I fucking hate Gloams. Gloams can rot in hell. Rot in hell, you die. But yeah, I want to say it was 2021, I did a stream where I was basically challenging myself to go through just as a monoclass soldier. I have never felt the urge to go through the higher difficulties in Grim Dawn, though. I just want to go through, play normal, and then start another character on it. It's one of those games where you've been tempted to pick up the expansions, and then you forget about it every time you have spending money. I feel that. Can I get some just burning on you as well? This will get us 2 more skill points, which should max out our Flame Nova. But we'll wait to get it until we get back to the waypoint. Tyrael was a fool to have trusted me.
I doubt it. You are pathetic.
You are pathetic. I'm gonna have to go and like look at the audio on this and pull out his audio tracks, because I can turn it up whenever I go like into my editing software. If I do that here, it just sounds awful to be talking over it. Oh, we are overburdened because we picked up a Chris. Actually, that's going to sell for money. I don't want to keep that. As you played Grim Dawn, you realized there was a dervish class. Guess who then broke his eternal summoner status? Ooh. I'm not as impressed with the Warlock summoning, by the way. For anyone who thinks I particularly like it. The only thing that is like really outstanding in it is going to be Find Demon. Rest are just fine. And you can use one as a martial buff, but it's going to be too much of a hassle in my opinion. You're better off just going with a sturdy, just normal martial class and not having to juggle skills as much. That's one thing that I think a lot of games do pretty poorly, is they'll often think, oh, this is a cool thing, I can juggle these 97 things. Most people are going to want to choose like 2 or 3 skills. Or just have it be a quick button press to do X, Y, and Z, not have to do a sequential thing unless they're playing an MMO. Even then, that can be a little bit of a hassle. They'll just apply macros for it. Let's see. Any summoner in D2 needs something to surpass Necro Summon, and that's hard to do. Yeah, this one... Bind Demon is stronger than any single thing a Necro can summon. And it can get a lot of stuff, because you can get a Cursed Demon, so you can get amp damage that way. Which is probably one of the best things. Get a Fanaticism Cursed Beast, and you are set for pretty much life. But as far as the rest of the skills are kind of useless, and as far as his curse analogy, it's not that strong. Yeah, in MMOs, there's a routine and cycle to casting spells. That is a very good point. And in an action RPG, you're not going to be running into that as often because you're having to adapt to different swarms coming at different times. And you'll actually have not just like normal farming areas where things are just constantly respawning usually. Because by then, it's usually become an actual MMO if you have a respawn sphere. Sorry, a respawn space. Where is our city of them? They're damned. There it is. Yeah, I am not going to be touching any MMOs except for maybe not Grim Dawn, Guild Wars. I did for a little bit consider a LODs because there's a reason for it. Because back in the day, before like World of Warcraft had, actually it might have had a free sample up to a certain level, or free weeks or something like that. But I did play a LODs for a while as just kind of like my I need something to grind fix. But it's, I don't know where it is as far as how safe it is to play nowadays, much less how good it is. And I don't know if it's going to scratch the same itch. I think the only reason I would be playing it at this point is to play Gibberlings. Because I think that is a concept that is not explored enough. Multi-characters is one. They are a race where you actually play 3 characters. And you can customize their appearances. All 3 of them. At least if I remember correctly, you can. Where, oh, where are my little stairs? Oh, where could they be? But yeah, I if I want to grind something, I want to grind something that's cathartic. I don't want to grind something that I actually have to sit and think about. Like this, I'm not having to think right now. I am on autopilot. That's the only reason I'm able to chat right now. If I was actually having to concentrate, I wouldn't be able to chat while playing this. Let's see. There were only 2.5 MMOs you liked. Mabinagi, who was recently went away with all the leftover mechanics that made it unique. SMT Imagine, who lived by half-translated private server. And Star Ocean Online 1. I haven't played any of those. I wanted to play SMT. I kind of enjoyed the bit of time I spent with Pandora Saga, but I never got to, like, the end game of it. Guild Wars 1... I played the holy living hell out of that back in the day. I don't remember like 90% of the mechanics, but I played the holy hell out of it. Allods I played a bit, but that was back. Fun fact, that was back whenever they had the death penalty. If that tells you about when I was playing Allods. I don't think they have the death penalty anymore. I think they got rid of that and the microtransaction related to it. Because basically you had a death penalty that would build up until you bought like a token or something like that to remove it. EVE Online I played a bit of. It never really hooked me, and I've got ganked a few too many times by just dickweeds who weren't even getting anything from it other than just the fact that they were just ganking people in high sec. That is one of the most toxic fucking communities. It's right up there with League, in my opinion. Sure, there's good people there, but there's also a metric fuck ton of just complete asses. Someone did mention that there is... Oh, there's what we're looking for. Yay! Let's go drop off our crap. Identify. Get our skill points. That's now maxed.
Hello.
Let's see. You played EVE Online once. You honestly preferred the PS3 shooter they made as a side game, and you hate shooters? Ah. I personally would just like EVE, but not an MMO.
What do you need?
I really would not mind playing EVE if it was rebalanced as a single-player experience, where you had like all the factions to choose from, and you just went through and decided to do their quests, maybe side with the Sisters of Eden and stuff like that, and do all that kind of stuff, go through the campaign, and then just call it a day. I would be perfectly fine with that. That is one of those games where it is literally the people that ruin it for me. The social aspect is not fun for me. We might actually hit level 30. We're still getting a decent amount of XP. Wasn't expecting it to be quite halfway by now. Because usually you don't really get a good peak of XP until the Act 5. How are we looking on this one? We are currently at 200 damage for cheap. I think this might be the forge. Nope, it's not. It's just stuff. Let's see. And that's funny because you love the merchant minigame in Mabinogi, which heard is 80% of what EVE is about. I mean, yeah. EVE is all about just spreadsheet warrior. As far as if you can join a group that is stable, you can spreadsheet warrior. Otherwise, you are literally just scrounging for like bottom tier shit most of the time. if you're not in a clan or something like that. There's very little you can do as a solo. Which, yeah, it's an MMO. There's probably not going to be a lot of solo content, but I liked building my ships. I liked customizing my ships. I liked flying through space through those controls. Before somebody mentions a certain other space game that has absolutely nightmarish controls attempting to be realistic. Few people will know what game I'm referencing. I'm actually forgetting the name of it, but I would know it if I saw a screenshot of it. Because I do own it, funnily enough. That, and I can't do first-person stuff anymore, so the third-person stuff of Eve is a lot easier for me to handle. EVE Online soundtrack is very good to sleep to. I have fallen asleep warping through points and got ganked that way. That was 100% my fault. Don't fall asleep while teleporting, kids. No, it's not Starfield. It's the one with the fuel rats in the multiplayer. At least it's not Star Citizen or Space Bethesda game. Oh, you're surrounding Athens. Okay. Sorry. I'm going to be saying that a lot tonight. I'm actually surprised we've gotten as far as we are. We might just keep going until we beat Diablo. Let's see. Now, the Hellforge. And Hephasto. And yes, you can actually bind Hephasto as well. I'm not going to, but you can. We are still getting a shite ton of gems. Just happy the longer the stream lasts, the more your insomnia is rewarded. Aw, you should get some sleep, Athit. Don't get sick, just try not to get sick. But I have been there with insomnia before as well, where it's just like... My insomnia comes in the fact that, one, it takes me about an hour to actually go to sleep once I lay down. It doesn't matter if I'm actually tired or not. And two... It comes from the fact that sometimes if I'm stressed, I'll wake up after 2 hours. Why did Diablo come here? To reunite the forces of hell. Or if you're asking why I'm streaming Diablo, it's because I had scheduled this last week and I am going to stick to it. And I actually want to try each of the classes. I just haven't had time to do it off camera. Doing on-camera stuff keeps me on task so I can actually do this stuff. Otherwise, I will literally doom scroll or go and check analytics on my channels, or I will get distracted grinding on some other game rather than this. Be like, okay, I'm going to grind this up before I record a video, and then 12 hours later. 12 hours later. You can say insomnia, but it's more you were dumb and went to sleep about 4 hours too soon. Ah. Diablo 3's final boss. Mm-hmm. One eternity later. I really should, like, actually practice doing voices one of these days. See if I actually can or not. Like, consistently. Like, do an entire script in a voice. And stick with it. The only thing I have been able to do that with is a freaking Gollum voice. I don't do well doing serious voices. There'd have to be something possibly silly. Decimate everything. This is fine. I'm gonna get a third row. I'm gonna go to, I'm sorry, second row, 2 2s instead of 1 3. Just so I have more health potions whenever we get to Diablo. Do we really need an insight? We will after we get our next spell. Right now, we actually kind of don't, because we have the mana per kill to kind of keep this up. Kind of surprised me. There's very few casters that can do that. Because their AoEs are usually so expensive that it's just not prudent to do the AoEs. But if you're not doing AoEs, you're not getting enough mana back from each cast to cover the cost of the spell. I wonder if I can bind an Oblivion Knight. It's something like Desace or something. That's got teleport on it. That'd actually be not a good leaf, but it would be a leaf. I don't know why I do it in this order. I should probably do this one last. Because he's usually the easiest. And doing the easiest last would make us better prepared for Diablo. Oh yeah, you're immune to fire. How you doing there, bud? I'm gonna steal this. Good job.
Impossible.
Go drop some stuff off. Who cares about difficulty? The important part is doing it. This is literally just like habitual at this point. It's not even like a choice of difficulty or anything. Like if I'm not paying attention, I will always go to Grand Vizier first. Even though that is the least optimal choice. I also tend to, if I'm not paying attention, go top left, top right, bottom left in Arcane Sanctuary. Sometimes I'll go top right, but I always go clockwise from it. I almost never go for the bottom ones unless I'm actively thinking I want to deviate from my usual, which is why we did it to frickin' today. Do I want to bother getting another point in this right now? I really don't. It's going to increase our mana cost quite a bit, but it would actually increase our power too. No, we'll keep the point for... You killed the top last? Oh, you killed the Sace last. He's generally kind of middle of the road for me. Sometimes if I'm like trying to do pacifist or something like that, he's a complete pain in the ass, but for most builds, he's just a nothing burger for me. Oh no, fanaticism. I play mostly mages at a range. He's not going to touch me. See? He doesn't touch me. He wants to touch you to get some satisfaction. More gems. Our first run, we weren't getting gems for shit. Now we're getting like 1 million of them. Grab that. Grab you, and then we'll do a town portal over here just in case things go sideways with Diablo. I don't think they're going to be a huge issue, but...
Not even death can save you from me.
Yes, I am just healing my mercenary. There we go. Ta-da! And we got another identify there. So throw those in there. What else do we want? I'm going to take the war hat. And we leveled from him as well. Nice. Tree-wise. Oh, we need to grab this and then this. That sucks. Should have planned ahead more. We can't get the... Steel Souls. Now kill Mephisto. Do it all backwards. But we've got Apocalypse now. It's actually not terrible mana. So we might be able to just do that. It's 36 mana per cast, but it's got an AoE.
Good evening.
Identify items and sell them all.
What do you need?
Okay, Frost Nova when struck. That's actually better than what he has. It's literally just that improved. That would actually be good if we were playing a throw barb right now. Just kind of like go through normal with the throw barb, get a replenishing throwing dagger. That would be great. Got the Blood Thief, which we're going to sell. Those all go into our inventory. Blood Thief is actually a good one for Mercenary. Think it might be a better choice than what we have. I can double check. That is 8% lifesteal, open wounds, and 10 to 26 damage. This is slightly more damage, but it's mana leech instead of life leech, but it gives us resists.
I'll put that to good use.
I think we care more about life leech, though. We'll see which one does better. You go there, back to page 1. We need dexterity if we want to use that. We're not going to. 73 so far. We need 26 more to hit cap. So off to Act 5. We'll get the Frigid Highlands waypoint at the very least.
Afternoon.
I forgot to... Oop. 20 grand. Man, I wonder if that'll cover our potion costs. Oh man, it did. Snarkasm. I got it all. Gotta snark it all. Alzomon. Okay, so that's done. We haven't gone and spoken to what's-her-face. This is not a big deal. Let's see how the glyph does. I don't know how it's actually going to work.
This
Is all
That is not as far off as what one would expect from Armageddon. Or Apocalypse, or whatever we ended up calling it. It just hits everything. It does require some planning on the placement, but that is just a pocket nuke. We don't have to cast it very often. We just have to cast it once and boop. Everything dies. And that is a good chunk of the screen, too. Just cast it on ourselves. Get this in on you guys. Hi, how you doing? I don't think it's overpowered, but it does feel very weird to use a spell like that. Yep, you just cast it and you kind of... They're in the area.
it's locked.
To whom... This is the To Whom It May Concern spell. It is a little expensive for what we have. But I can live with that. Although his flame wave is also delayed too, so it's not like it's throwing you off your pattern very much. That I'm actually oddly enough fine with. That feels it's gonna take some getting used to, but it feels good. Let's level energy until cost is no longer a concern. I'm just gonna get probably an insight. I have a million of them I could transfer over. I could just transfer over a shitty one. We'd be set. I do wonder if it extends beyond our line of sight, will it damage those? So I need to find a solid opaque wall. Hello, friends. How you doing? It does go up cliffs. Did we get that in the circle? We did not. It is fun to mess with, just like the fact that you're drawing this massive glyph on the ground.
How amusing. A demonic slave.
And also, we can probably, if I take a wild guess, think it's going to be there?
I need mana.
Nope, I missed. Cast it on things that are off the screen that aren't aggroed on you. Probably works really well with summons too. Just park a summon somewhere, like big tanky thing like Lister, and just cast that on top of him. But on that note, we have gotten to Act 5. So I think next time we stream this, we'll beat Act 5 and start in on probably either the miasma or the melee run. So I will let you guys go for the evening. Do we want to raid anybody? I don't even know if anybody is on. I can check real quick. On to the Twitches. Is there anybody awake? Not really. I could send you to Arlian. You guys like Limbus Company? Here, I'll send you guys to Limbus Company. It's intended for mature audiences. I don't know how awake he is. Sometimes he'll stream for like 10 hours. Sometimes he'll stream for 2. It's just going to be a random guess. He was doing Final Fantasy 15 a while back. That's why I was kind of hoping he'd be on tonight. But I will see you guys in a few hours, in fact. Bye!